Alrighty, welcome to Cigars on the Front Porch. It's your host, Uncle Scotty. We are on episode number 32. It is a Saturday evening, August the 17th at 20 minutes till 8. We got a late start. I got a late start today, so I'm going to run out of daylight, but it's going to be okay. And we're doing episode number 32. We're going to be doing the CAO, Consigliere, Consigliere, Consigliere. It is a 5 by 52 Toro. It's medium to full body, Nicaraguan and Dominican Colombian filler, Honduran binder, Brazilian Mata Gina wrapper. It's got earth, cinnamon, it's nutty, and a Consigliere is like a mediator for disputes, a representative at meetings, a liaison. So this is episode number 32 of Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click on the notification link, like the video if you do like it, give comments, and also forward it to your friends and family. Okay, get them to sign up as well. So stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch as we do the CAO Consigliere. All right, welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. And I'm reviewing the CAO Consigliere. It is a 5 by 52 Toro. And we're about 10 minutes or so into it within the first third. And it is coming along pretty well. It's coming along pretty well. Initially, in the first third, the cinnamon is there. It's a nice cinnamon. It's not overpowering. It's not overbearing. It's subtle. So it's a good cinnamon. And it doesn't say it, but there's a little bit of chocolate, in there. So it's kind of like a little cinnamon and a little chocolate. It's a nice little treat so far within the first third. Um, it's medium body. Maybe a medium body, or medium light body so far. But once again, it's a 5 by 52 Toro. Toros aren't necessarily my favorite. Um, I think because of the length of time on the Toro. Sometimes they vary. Sometimes you get an hour and a half out of them. Sometimes you might get a little longer, but usually about an hour and a half on the Toro. So the CEO Consigliere is starting out pretty good. Cinnamon, nutty, a little chocolate. Um, I would say on the cinnamon, maybe 3 or 4. On the chocolate, 2 or 3 running in the background. The nuttiness, yeah, yeah, it's sort of like a cinnamon chocolate semi-flat nutty buddy. Yeah, yeah, it's about the closest I can call it. All right, so stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty, as we review this CAO Consigliere. Stay tuned. Make sure that you subscribe, like, click on the notification link, and let others know, family and friends, about the channel. Stay tuned as we review this cigar. All right, welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. We are doing episode, I am doing episode number 32, the CEO Consigliere. Medium to full body cigar. I'm still in the first third, finishing up on the first third, about ready to start the second third. And it's okay. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, so far it's around a 4 or 5. It's nothing real significant that stands out about it. So far, the cinnamon is pretty good. So if you like cinnamon, it's not a strong cinnamon, but it's in there. And if you like a little chocolate, yeah. But so far, it's decent. I'm still waiting for something to make it significant, something to make it stand out. And if it doesn't stand out, it'll be a good giveaway cigar to someone. We are continuing as we work on this first third. We're about 20 minutes or so into the first third, and we'll wrap it up on the first third. We'll not wrap it up. We'll finish the first third, start working toward the second third pretty soon. Stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. Make sure that you click on the subscribe, notification, like, let your family and friends know, and pass it on to someone else. Stay tuned. All right. Welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. We are finishing off on the CAO Consigliere in the first third. We're working on the beginning of the second third, and so far, as far as the first third goes, um, mild, nothing significant, nothing outstanding, average, okay, not bad, not good either. So I'm hoping that something will come out between the second third and the final third of the CEO Consigliere that will bring it out. So far, it picked up. Well, not picked up. It added a new flavor, like a kind of a sweet leather. But everything about it is sort of on the flat side. There's nothing that pops that really stands out. So it's subtle. So like a kind of a sweet leather, which I am not a big fan of leather, but you'll recognize it if you smoke for a while. You'll pick up on what leather is. I would encourage any new person that's trying to figure out like what are these flavors that these guys or these people are talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Read the description, do your research on a cigar, and start out with a base one. Something like leather or earth, and you'll pick up on it and you'll recognize that flavor, so that when you get a cigar, even if you don't know what it is, which is never going to happen, you know, if you pick up on a cigar and you kind of hit the notes like boom, I know what that is. I know what that is right away. So I've had leather a lot, and I recognize the sweet leather. So it's so like a sweet leather, a cinnamon, and like a nutty kind of chocolatey. So it's okay. Oh, by the way, before I get too far into this one's $5. Most of my cigars are $5. Every now and then I'll splurge and spend 10 or 15 on a cigar, but I order mine online, so that makes the prices way less expensive. And then I'll let them sit in the humidor. I try not to rush them. I will let them sit in there for months, a year, you know, but most of the time several months before I try. I mean, people are like, well, how do you do it? It works on patience, discipline, mainly patience, and that's something I need to work on personally with my patience. Some things I'm patient for, and other things I have no patience for. But with the cigars, once you get them, you put them in your. I'll label them and put them in there and let them sit, and then after a couple of weeks, I'll forget about them and I'll go back and look. Oh yeah, I want to try this one. Oh yeah, I want to try that one. And when you get that, oh yeah, you're like, oh, should I do this one? And you go to the next, oh, I should do this one. Oh, I can only do this one. When you start to get like that, then like, okay, you're good, you're good. So I think I got like over 145 just sitting. Yeah, yeah, around a 145, something like that. That's sitting in there, in a humidor. And then I got like a little small one that I put like 9 in or so. Then I got like my carry case. I keep two or three. Two are in now, but I keep some in there as well. I always keep some in the carry case in case I'm ready to head out the door. I'm not going to spend time going through the humidor trying to, I should take this one. No, I already got two in there. Let's roll. So I can roll out. And that brings me to there's always, whenever you go somewhere, there's always that one person that doesn't have a cigar. I ain't talking about your friend that you trade cigars with. They didn't have on them that time, but you give them one, they got you back. It's always that one that wants a cigar that never has any on them. It's like if you smoke cigars, if you enjoy them, anytime you're gonna go somewhere, you take your cigars with you. You, even if you don't. Use them. You take them with you. You put them in your case and you take them with them. Take them with you just in case. That lets me know you're not an avid smoker. You're not, and I'm not. I don't know. Give me your comments, but I'm not gonna give you a good cigar that's been sitting in my humidor for 6 months that cost me $10 or $15 or $20. It's not even the amount of the money. I don't want to give away a good cigar on someone who's not an avid smoker or someone who doesn't smoke cigars. They just want it because you got it, and then after 10 minutes, they put it out like it's a cigarette butt, and like, man, you just wasted my cigar. So I always take a giveaway cigar, something that's average to low or whatnot, and that'll be the giveaway if I have to give one. And I'll just let them know. I start being assertive and just start speaking up. So look, man, if you want a cigar, I'll give you one. But I guarantee next time I see you, you need to have one for me as well. Just out of mutual respect and consideration. I don't think I've ever went anywhere and asked somebody for a cigar. I've always had my own cigars with me. That's just a pet peeve with me. If it's my friend, like I have several of them that I see them, I know they smoke cigars. I know they have cigars, but they don't have any on for that particular time. I'll give them one. Don't think nothing about it, huh? I got a good one for you. They get even weary. They're like, I don't know. This guy just giving me, well, what do you give me? They're okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with sharing them with a good friend that I know smokes cigars. Because I know that when I get around them, it may be a month or 2 months later, a couple weeks later. They like, hey, Scotty, I forgot. You got me the last time. I got you this time. Try this one here. Maybe they'll give me two, or maybe they'll give me a lighter or a cutter. I'm fine. That's what I'm looking for. That camaraderie, that friendship where you share. I just don't like it when somebody just asks and they never have. They don't have the money. Anyway, this is my little pet peeve. I got off. Nevertheless, I got off. So stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch as we review this CAO Consigliere. Welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. We are in the second third, the middle of the second third of the CAO Consigliere. It's starting to go into the band a little bit, and I'm going to take it off. Second third hasn't done anything significant. It's picked up on its punch, its delivery a little more, but outside of that, it hasn't shown anything significant um, that's standing out. So we're still waiting on this one to deliver a little bit. We'll go ahead and start working on taking off this band. I like to save my bands for good cigars. Just as a reminder of the experience that I had with them, I can look at that band and I'm like, oh, I remember that one. Oh yeah, yeah. Usually it's a good idea to wait till you get to it gets to burning near that band. The heat is going to cause it to expand with the glue or the resin that's used, and it makes it so much easier to come off. I just took this one off just like that. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, yeah, it makes it just a little bit easier to come off. But we're in the second third. It's coming along. I'm hoping that the final third will pull it out. So far as leather, sweet leather, cinnamon, and a little chocolate. But nothing that's outstanding, nothing that's going to be like, yeah. You know, it's more like, so like one of those teenagers. Oh, whatever. That's not for all, just you know the kind. Anyway, stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch. Make sure you click on the notification, the like, subscribe, and that you pass it on to friends and family. Let's get those numbers up as far as the subscribers so we can keep this channel going. I'm your host, Uncle Scotty, episode number 32. Ooh, saw some lightning back there in the background. All right, so we're going to finish up before the storm come in. All right, stay tuned. All right, let me get this review in before we move past this second third. As far as the aroma goes on it, um, it's got a nice subtle aroma. Smells nice. That's good. Aftertaste, there's no aftertaste on it. I think I heated up the cherry one time and I could tell, and I kind of backed off on it a little bit. This one is about 3, 4 puffs, and it might have had something to do with the cut that I put into it. I did a punch cut, and I'm not really a big fan of punch cuts, but lately I've been doing them. But it makes you have to work on the draw a little bit versus a V or a double guillotine cut. So that's something to take in consideration if you want to work on the draw. The length of time with this one, I started about an hour ago. It's at least another 30 to 45 minutes. So this is going to be at least an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. I like it when they're 2 hours and they're so good. You like, oh, and you get down and you just nub it because you don't want to let it go. The kick relaxation on this one, it's okay. It would make a good morning, maybe a mid-afternoon smoke. So far, it's looking like it'll be a decent giveaway to someone. Um, to someone. As far as the burn goes, it lights, it burns. It's been sitting in the humidor for a little while now, and I haven't had to relight it. I've only touched it up once, so it's got a good burn. I think one of the key things is that I've noticed. Now, you let me know how you feel in the comment section. If you toast a foot before you start, it cuts back on canoeing. It doesn't 100% prevent canoeing, but it cuts back on the canoeing because it seals the wrapper, the binder, and filler together, and so that they burn evenly and they burn together. So toast your foot. And for those that do not know, it's in my videos about how to toast the foot of the cigar. So toast the foot of the cigar before you light it, which it locks it in. It kind of just seals a little bit. And I don't understand the science behind it, other than it seals in the wrapper, the binder, and the filler together, and it creates a better burn. I also put channels in this one as well. I put 2 in the foot, 2 in the head, and 4 around the bands to open it up, and I haven't had to relight it. I like doing it. Some people don't. They'll cover up their holes. With me, I like putting them in there because I don't like having to relight the cigar. That means I placed it down for too long, and or it's got too much humidity to it. Okay, and of course with the price on it. This is $5, so it's a good deal for $5. It's a CAO brand. Now in the store, this probably run you 10, close to 15, between 10 and 15 in the store. But like I say, I get mine online. If you send me a comment, I'll let you know where I get them from. I'm not advocating for them or anything like that. But this is a CAO Consigliere, and it's a decent smoke. It's right there in the middle. Medium to full body. I would not give this one to a beginner. This is not for a novice. So it's medium body. It's not full, but it may be too much for a beginner. So I would not give this to a beginner. All right, stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty, as we go through the second third and hope for the final third we'll pull it out. I'm hoping so. All right. Welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. We are finishing up. I am finishing up on the second third, working into the final third of the CAO Consigliere. And the second third didn't do too much better than the first. At least at the end of the first third, it had a little bit of a leather pickup. Second third picked up a little bit more in the intensity, but not necessarily the flavor. So we're moving into the final third. I'm hoping the final third, like a lot of the final thirds of the cigars, they pick up the pace. Um, so I'm hoping that this final third of the CAO Consigliere will pick up. I'm not going to give it a bad rating so far, unless this last third tanks or whatnot. So far it's going to be like an average cigar, nothing special about it, except for the name. And for the name, so far in the second third is a little disappointing. If you let in the name of the cigar dictate anything, because I'm like, if you know what a consigliere is, it would have more potent, more power, more prominence, more stature, more stance, more, you know, nah, this one don't. So far it doesn't. So we're going to see on this final third. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like, click on the notification link, share with your friends, share with your family. Cigars on the Front Porch, episode number 32, the CAO Consigliere.